Megan, when it comes to creating social media, there are a lot of young drivers, racers, riders on the call. They haven't yet started. They don't know how to do it. They haven't yet gotten motivated. How do you get motivated to create social media? Because that's not easy. It's almost like a full-time job in and of itself. And then
It
Jack, you
can
get
be.
same question to you afterwards. How do you get motivated to do all these posts? How do you guys do that? You're racing, you have a day job, you have children, and you're creating social media. How do you do it?
Yeah, it can be a lot. And so that is also why I am starting, I do social media management for teams and starting an agency doing that. So that is a solution. Or if you want to do it yourself, because that can get expensive, you just have to start, just hit record or take a picture. You don't always have to post it, but you just need to start getting
Mm.
comfortable in front of the camera. And I know it can be awkward and self conscious, but the more you do it, the better you're going to get. So, kind of like the last session with media, you know, growing up for me, I loved seeing my dad go on TV and doing interviews and that type of stuff. And all my idols that I looked up to is like I want to be like them one day. But I was so shy and introverted. I was horrible at it. So I had to practice and I would just be at home in front of the mirror practicing like, pretending I had a sponsor and what I would say in an interview to make sure I get the plug in correctly. And so that's really the same thing you gotta do. You just gotta practice, just hit record. And, like we've been talking about behind the scenes content, that is the easiest to get because you're always out there in the shop or in the garage working on your bike. So all you have to do is set your phone up on a couple of boxes or find a windowsill. Or if you have a tripod, that's great. Set your phone up, just record 10 seconds of you working on something. And then you have that as in your library content you could post immediately or down the road and just start getting comfortable with it. And then my second piece of advice is to get on a consistent calendar. And so whether figure out how many times you are able to post depending on your work schedule and your lifestyle. So like what Jackie was saying in the very beginning, is it once a week? Is it maybe 2 or 3 times a week? Just make sure you start developing a system that works for your schedule so that way you can be really consistent with it. Because like she was saying, she looks for that consistency for the writers that she sponsors. And I just have one more plug. We've been talking about the algorithm. And I did create a free scorecard for racers and riders to kind of start getting traction with the algorithm. In my experience, it's two things: posting a lot, but then also engaging frequently with your followers and with trying to get new followers. So I did make a free scorecard. I just put the link for that in the chat box there. So people can go to that website and download it for free. And you can use that to start getting points, because the way how I see it, the algorithm is like you're chasing points for your series. So the more points you get with the algorithm, the higher you're going to rank and the more views you're going to get in the future.
Nice, thank you. And then for those people who are watching the recording and not on this live call, is the URL motorsportsmarketingtips.com
It is motorsportsmarketingtips.com/scorecard, one
slash
word.
scorecard? Got it. Thank you. Thanks, Megan. Thanks once again for joining.